Man, so the shooting on 2K25, man. YouTube, what's going on with y'all, man? It's KangDooms, and just wanted to do a quick discussion amongst the shooting on this game, and also an update to my jump shot. So that's the first and foremost, because I did change my jump shot to something way better in my opinion, and I did started shooting better. So this is definitely like for the Twitch, of course, the exclamation mark build. A lot of people have been requesting it over on my Twitch. You see it in the overlay at the bottom, KangDooms. It's all my socials. Yeah, I mean, I got a name as I don't even know, but that's because I was struggling in the beginning. But I will say that I'm shooting way better now. So the biggest thing about 2K25 is that release height still matters. To me, that is the most important thing. That's what matters the most. So it's straight Oscar, so you can put double Oscar on the release. The base is Kyrie Irving. And these are the stats that you will get. You'll get the A plus release height and speed, A minus immunity, and B plus time and stability. One thing that I noticed about the visual cue, based off what you do to your shot, you see the different points of jump, set point, and push and release. Like, look at the gap between set point and push, and then push and release. I consider that like the sweet spot, is what I was thinking at first, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't have it all the way to release, but where I have this shot, where I have it set to as close as possible to release, but not fully release, it feels right for the most part. This is why I said over on Twitter, I feel like shooting is a skill gap because it's based off what you use. Guards, in my opinion, you cannot use that early shit on this game. Every shot feels fast. This shot still feels fast. And I learned that using Curry base. Curry base was just like, you had to be cracked. I mean, I had moments of doing good with it. It was just too fast. And this is with the release cue of using Curry base. And I'm like, okay, so 25 is just, it's just different in a huge way, because you have to be cracked to be using the first three, in my opinion. You're doing it to yourself if you're using push or set point, if you're a guard trying to shoot off dribble, and not in which, and also in which it's different catch animations. It doesn't necessarily feel like speed ups or slowdowns at all, because to me, that only triggers based off your stamina. The catches is a whole different world, and that affects the shooting, because you'll get a nasty catch. And this is why I'm such an advocate on bringing back glue hands, because 22, they had it down perfect. It was perfect with Hall of Fame glue hands. You got the same catch. You knew it was the same speed every time using Hall, and you was cracked. You just knew your time. You knew your cue. That's another thing that I do miss about 22 when it comes to catching, shooting, or catching and getting in the rhythm. Catching, dribbling to a spot, pulling. That's something I would want for 2K to get back to, but it can't just be me. So yeah, the catching and shooting in 25, that to me is like inconsistent. It feels good sometimes catching and shooting, but you can tell by the different annies that you get. Sometimes you get a terrible catch, and then that determines your speed up or slow down, the startup of your shot, and that is very unnatural. Trying to stop yourself. Now I feel like this isn't even like a shooting thing. This is more as like a mechanic of them trying to negate us, trying to negate guards from just stopping and getting into their forms. Even when you're like wide open, say you like in PNR or whatever situation that gets you a blow by, or not a blow by, but you take off laterally on the top of the key, and like old 2Ks, we would do a quick stop. But this one, it takes way too long for you to stop yourself and just to shoot a regular form. Like 8 times out of 10, you trying to stop yourself to come to a complete stop, taking your time, knowing that you're open, but you have to look at your player for him to set his feet and do a regular form, not a fade. We don't want to do fades like that. To do their regular form off the dribble, that, in my opinion, takes way too long. It takes way too long just to stop yourself, set your feet. Now, I actually can just show an example of it now, since we got the Encore back, and it's one of those. It's just simply what I'm hearing in the community talk about in general. So that I completely understand, and that's what I mean right there. Like, to me, that's me letting everything go. When I got to the top of the key, I literally had to wait for him to stop completely. Don't get me wrong, like, it feels good, but it's not Like that just gives the defense way too much time to recover, and then you can like pull back like the 21 quick stop, but that's not you're not gonna get that animation every time, bro. That's the thing. That between the leg stop like that, but that he didn't do it between the legs right there, so maybe that's on me. But that's what I'm saying is you're not gonna get that same animation every time. It's just not. Overall, I am still enjoying this 2K community. I definitely hear it. I definitely hear y'all. I definitely hear everything. I see everything that's being talked about, discussed, and I'm in that realm. I'm in that realm where I'm at. I feel shooting is a skill gap. I kind of hope that they don't mess with it in the way. The only thing for guard, if you're not a guard, you're good. You just need to enjoy it. You need to enjoy your 2K like you did in 24 and 23. You are good. You don't have to worry about none of this that I'm talking about. But for me, for most, especially for most guards, not even just small guards, because I watch statistics on his 6'6", for that realm of guards, I completely understand entirely because it is hell. Locks is just zooming through the screens. Once again, that agility is no joke. I literally played a lot with 96 agility in the part. It was no fun. It was no fun. Now I wasn't mad at it or nothing. I'm like, dang, like he did get the 96 agility, so they made it to their liking. So I can't get mad at that. I made my adjustment, of course. But as far as like the times that I had him beat, as far as like off of a screen or off of a lightning launch boost, it didn't matter because he was catching up. And then I still have to set my feet or do the Garland quick stop, but he's still just zooming to me. Still zooming to me because of how long it takes for me to set my feet and get my shot off. That's the general consensus that I'm seeing in the community being talked about with the shooting. Now, as far as like timing and all that, when people are saying it's inconsistent, like when you're wide open, that to me is also the skill gap and based off what you use. Because this Kyrie base, I don't even get mad at 2K. I got gameplays of me dropping 40, multiple 30-point games in a rec, and I'm like, damn, okay, so at least I'm getting like some good games. I'm getting some good games. But then I would get humbled. I would get humbled real quick. That's what this 2K does. It's going to humble you when it comes to the shooting. Because once you think you figured it out, nah, 11 points, 10 points, like whole red game, just completely turned off. Not no bad shots, none of that. You shooting open, you just mistiming it. That one, I'm not gonna lie, that one I don't truly expect for y'all to agree with me on. But I feel that's more of a skill gap thing, and I'm basing it off of my experience, basing it off how I'm shooting and the changes I made, because I never changed the jump shot this early in 2K ever. I got off Curry so quick because it was just too fast for me. But when I went to this Kyrie and I kept my release point, my visual cue close to release, it feels better. I'm greening more. Another thing that's better is the visual cue. You'll want to keep. I like the instant green more. And that makes a huge difference in my opinion. Like it's like a mental, I can't explain it. It's like a mental thing of seeing an instant green rather than waiting to see if you green or not. Because it feels better, like it feels closer to your release point of when you let go on the thumb, on the square button of shooting. So yeah, all around, that's kind of where I'm at with shooting. I don't think I'm in a position, even though a lot of people ask for my opinions when it comes to shooting, I don't think I'm in a position of doing like a tutorial. The only thing I can do is, because at the end of the day, everybody's going to do their own thing as far as when it comes to visual cues, what you want to use. You're doing it to yourself if you're not using something that gives you a release height. Release height matters because on the late contest that blocks get, you're already at the top of your jump, and it's a lesser contest. It's a lesser. You're not going to see as many yellows or reds based off your release height. When I was using Curry, that shit was triggering like crazy. And his release height is a C. Everything else is an A+ he got, but like that's real life. This 2K, this gaming shit, bruh, just that's my advice if you want to shoot better. Use either Kyrie. I haven't used Cam Thomas base. I see people using that too, but Kyrie base is what I had to get that A+, and it's a huge difference. And then I'm using it on release, but I think every jump shot is just fast as shit regardless. because I was looking at Kyrie before, and I'm like, bro, I feel like I ain't gonna get this. I ain't gonna get this shot off. But using it in game and seeing how 25 contest system works, because you have to be right up on people before their release point. Your hand has to be up before they jump to get a contest on that. I have bronze challenger, and I'm getting a contest on this 6'3". And I'm cool. I'm actually cool with the contest system with me being on the 6'3". Now a lot of y'all gonna think like, nah, it's like you talking crazy. I'm like, bro, I'm literally getting a contest on this build. Where's my challenger? I have bronze challenger, and it pops up. It pops up when I flick the right stick, when I hold right stick on the closeout before they get the release off, and it's going to be a contest. It's a light pressure at most. I've only got tight coverage maybe twice, which makes sense because I am short, and most I'm guarding the corner or if it's a tall hash. But the amount of times challenger has popped up for me, to me, and for me, I cannot complain about the contest system with it being bronze. Because if I do get J, like, dang, they greened it, or they taller than me, he just greened it. Like I done seen reds fall with me. I done seen reds fall, yellows fall. Like the pure green window is back, especially if you use green or miss. High risk, high reward. But to me, it's not something to complain about or patch, in my opinion. The only thing that I would want patch, and I tweeted this, I want the movement, the crooked dribble movement. I want like that. To me, that has to be fixed because it looks weird to me. Of like the crooked dribbling to the goal and rim running, the lightning launch speed boost. I feel that's way too slow. That's what I want. That's what I would want patch. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not tripping, but I just feel it's too slow. Like for how Locks is moving with this agility, it's way too slow. Like if I go out doing a series of moves like this, and I get that speed boost, like I'm already cut off. But they're gonna press up on you behind about before that second behind the back, and you already bumped out your annies. But when you do get it off, it still feels like it's no separation. That's my experience. But now I feel like I'm rambling. That's kind of like my 2 cents on the current state of like the shooting, the contests, all that. I showed y'all the updated Jumpshot for those that came through from the Twitch. And if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you, for real, because I know a lot of y'all just wanted to know the Jumpshot based off what y'all been seeing in the streams and Pro-Am and Rec, and a little bit of Proving Grounds. I've been playing that too, but. Y'all saw the Jumpshot. You can put double Oscar. I just left it at one Oscar. I put Malik Beasley because I was messing with the blend. I'm like, nah, I'd rather just keep Oscar all by itself. And I like this Jumpshot. No reason for me to change it's no reason for me to change this Jumpshot unless it's just a crazy patch that comes out. And like I said, I kind of hope that they don't patch shooting. It's based off what you're using. The catch animations is but that's more towards the mechanics, not the actual shooting, in my opinion. Once you get a good catch, that's all on you. I've been in that situation of when I know I get a good catch, or where I will blame the catch as far as like for it not feeling natural. I'm not gonna say speed up because I only see the speed ups and slowdowns based off your stamina or the contest. Your shot speeds up when it's a bad shot, when it's a tight contest, and the slowdown is based off your stamina. That's how they got it tied now. So I feel like I'm rambling, I'm yapping. KangDooms, if you made it this far, like I said again earlier, I appreciate y'all. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like. That's just a quick video that I wanted to get out based off what I see in the Twitch streams and people on Twitter talking about. But y'all be easy, man. Take care.